All right, this is one of the best knives of the year for me. Just about the perfect bushcrafting knife. It just has all the features you'd want to have. I've been chatting with Kevin Estella, the designer of this. So this is the Gossman Polaris, and there was interesting details in the interesting background with the overall design. So Kevin Estella designed this, and Kevin can correct if I'm now saying wrong info, but about like 2009, 2010, and there was prototypes of this knife, and he basically had this idea that he combined kind of average measurements, average designs from his favorite bushcrafting knives and the features, and he mentioned Fox River by Bark River, Felkniven F1, for example, this type of knives, and took influence from those knives. Obviously, when I look, this has the Gebhardt feel, this has the Bushlore feel. Also, of the name, Kevin said that there was connection to the stars. So his last name Estella means star, and Polaris, of course, the North Star. And there's this kind of symbolism of stars being always there for us, guide us in survival situations. I mean, it's a survival instructor, bushcrafter, all these things. So he felt this name would fit this knife, and I think it's actually a great name for this. So what do I like about this? First of all, I will put a fire later in this video using fat wood, and we'll try to scrape with this one. Fat wood here. The smell is just amazing. Yeah, so what do I like it? Well, there's not really much that I don't like about this. First of all, the finish here is basically just absolute perfection. I know people have been ranting and raving about the Bark River disaster. Yeah, this is complete opposite of the Bark Rivers that I've owned. Zero, like it's flawless. The finish, Magnacut steel, I think it's just about perfection. I've been actually using this knife for a very, very heavily. So I have had this now in the archipelago, here in the woods, here in the backyard. Have done even some chopping, batoning, everything you can ask for this type of knife to do. One thing, the micarta, I absolutely love the texture. This is one of the better micartas, if not maybe even the best that I own at the moment. So this is so creepy. Then there's interesting features in the design. First, when I got the knife, I thought like, is it a bit blocky? Because I'm used to, for example, LT Wrights, and of course I come from the land of Puukko, and the Puukkos are always very rounded, the handles comfortable. Well, it is rounded, but there's still this certain squareness. But I found actually this to be quite interesting, quite nice at the end. So that's very nice, the contourings. Just perfection for me. This knife is, I also want to mention, like, I've been doing videos on the most versatile knives. This may be my most versatile compact outdoors knife. It's in the same league with, let's say, LT Wright, Outback, for example. Edge geometry here is absolutely fantastic. Like, this is, you can create so delicate feathers with this one, and it grabs the wood, it's not letting it go. Hope this is in focus. Look at this. I bloody love it. This is absolute perfection, the grind angle. And then zero chipping. And the work that I have been doing this one, I really was expecting it to have even some microchipping. Like there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah, and then the balance is also nice. It has a good balance. And just one thing I want to mention also, as I mentioned, I'm from the Puukko country. This, although it's not a Puukko, and there has been a lot of discussion lately in social media. I've noticed and questions for me also about what do I consider Puukko, and I'm actually doing now a kind of series on Puukkos, etc. But Puukkos have this length often, like this is a typical Puukko length. And then one thing also I want to mention, this I love this idea of not it to be too high. I like some knives that they have the high blade, but this is very nimble. It's almost like a spear type, and this just allows so many different grips. It really is like a Puukkos have this, and although it's not a Puukko, I have to say there's something that is quite similar still for me, and something that I notice I gravitate to this type of handle. It almost like it has the best of both worlds. Like you would have a, I don't know, you would have a Kephart meets a little bit more contoured modern type handle. Maybe even some Puukko things there, I don't know, but yeah, let's do some toning. My Fiskars Norden 10. Let's check with some toning. Yeah, this is very good, because I have been doing a lot of toning. I should clean, by the way, the sand away. No need for damaging your blade with that. But this hasn't been chipping at all. But normally with a brand new knife, can't even test with this one. With a brand new knife, there's some chipping, and then after some stropping, maybe some sharpening, they get a little bit better. So, but there you have it. And then it really digs deep on the wood. Oh man, this honestly is such a great knife. Okay, now let's test with the fire making. Oh, one thing I want to mention still, yeah, like I said, like this is a great all-arounder. Yeah, but it's very slicey. Fantastic. Okay, let's test now the fire making. So it does scrape very well. It has a nice 90-degree spine. I have some chips there also of the fat wood, and sometimes I do also kind of small feathers, or well, you can't really do feathers, but you can do these very small, very delicate feathers also, yeah. Okay, but now let's test this. Have here ready this, and put this underneath. Let's see how far can I now throw the spark. Let's do a little bit testing. Let's have some fun. Here. Okay, didn't hit it. Okay, wait a second here. Okay, totally off. No. One spark went and tried all over the place. Not yet. Almost there. When I scrape, I also pull it back. Okay, that should have been already enough. Okay, there we have it. But it took the fire, I think, to it took the fire. Birch bark took the the spark. Didn't expect that actually, but it's very dry. Well, anyways, it will throw the spark, but I was trying something a bit different. But yeah, birch bark very easily can take the spark, and that was just a big piece of a birch bark too, so not some fine shaving or something. Yeah, I absolutely love this knife. One of my very, very favorites at the moment. I don't mind the squareness of the handle at all. I actually really like it. I have become to like it. Because when I do a lot of feathers with this one, there's no hot spots. I don't feel these edges, so it's rounded enough. Yeah, I notice I gravitate towards this knife. Just the balance, the blade length, the not too high blade, this nimble handle, but a little bit of contouring. Gossman did an amazing job with the heat treatment, finish, absolutely fantastic. This whole package and the sheath, sorry. Also very nice. Holds the knife very well. It's nimble, doesn't take too much space. Holds the knife. I could force it out, and I will do a weather forming here, but it's already, yeah, kind of very good already. But I will do that. I just like to have that on my leather sheet when I have the possibility. All right, but hey, have a nice weekend, everybody. I'm continuing here. Fabulous knife, one of the best of the whole year.